had to, whew, I had to calm down, man. But this is a continuation from the last one. I wanna put things in perspective for the Yellow Flashes and the Steven Crowders and all of these guys out here running their fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yellow Flash makes his money off of, he wakes up in the morning, he jumps on his computer, looks up other articles, and talks shit about other people. Other people. He's not even a journalist who's out there really doing any research. He's just running his mouth gossiping, right? This is what he does. And I'm not even mad at him, but just hear me out. The minute motherfucking YouTube, I'm gonna put this goddamn link in here, man. What up, y'all? What's up, dog? Hold on, give me a second. The minute YouTube decides that they're gonna demonetize his channel, I want you to understand these are the motherfuckers that's running their motherfucking mouth. The minute YouTube decides that they're going to demonetize his channel because he said something that they don't approve of on their platform, now, mind you, he created none of this shit. YouTube is free for everybody to use. The minute YouTube says, hey, man, we're not going to pay you anymore for you running your fucking mouth because we don't like what the fuck you're saying, he's going to throw his hands up to the heavens and say, how dare they do this? This is preposterous. Look at YouTube. Burn them all down to the ground. This is go over the Rumble. But he won't go over the Rumble because he know he ain't gonna get the money he'll get on YouTube. Right? This is the same guy. This I want you to understand this. If oh my God, I can't believe he's using Rippercent, which is cool. I have no problem with it. I think it's smart. But if you're gonna talk all this shit, why not go and build your own infrastructure, Yellow Flash? Since you, Mr. You know what I'm saying, this, and that, go build your own infrastructure. Why the fuck you on YouTube? Do it yourself. You're using shit that everybody else created, and you're benefiting off of the shit. Because you're too goddamn sorry to do the shit your fucking self. And it ain't even that you're too sorry. It's easier that way. It's easy to use YouTube. It's easy to use Rippercent. And I'm not hating on you use Rippercent. I'm just saying watch your mouth when you're talking about hardworking people, bro. The same thing with Steven Crowder, man. The same thing, man. It makes no sense, bro. I don't understand the philosophy of these Republicans. I'm a conservative my damn self, but these Republicans that's like, you're going to root for them. Let me read something to you. Hold on a second. I'm going to read something to you. Hold on a second. Because we ain't talking about them. We talking about us asking for $5 a year. That's the big deal. We ain't going to talk about this, though. Let me read something to you. Where's it at? Where's it at? I should have saved it. Damn it, man. Is this it? That's not it. That's not it. I'm trying to. I see the joint where they would talk about how much all the ship liners make. They had the ship liners making. What's their net worth? What's their net worth? When I find it out, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to leave y'all whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to dead air and shit. But come on, bro. Cut that shit out, man. Y'all need to, especially somebody that makes their money. You're not even providing a service. You're not even going out there doing boots on the ground journalism. You're just jumping online in the morning, looking at popular sites and talking shit about them. You provide nothing. And if they ever demonetize your channel, you're going to be crying like a little bitch talking about how YouTube is doing you dirty. Shut up, man. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? You need to watch your fucking mouth. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, bro. I ain't even mad at you, man, but just stay in your lane and stay out of this one. This is adult shit. This is working class man shit. This ain't little boys talking about Snow White. She ain't white no more. She Puerto Rican or whatever the fuck she is. Or the Little Mermaid is black. Or look, man, the white man, they took the white man out of video games. Her titties ain't big no more. Look, they done took the titty. They done shrunk Laura Croft titties. That's how you get paid. I get paid going out there risking my motherfucking life every night. Every night. That's how I get paid. Well, tell me what I deserve. Fuck out of here, man. Grab a beer, yo. What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, man? Link is, put a link in the chat. Yeah, it's in there, man. Y'all want to come in and holler at me, man. I'm a cool. I just don't. That's just crazy. That's just crazy, man. And listen, I'm gonna keep. Yes, I wish everybody else could get paid more. The construction workers out there doing this shit in the streets, fixing the potholes, fixing the infrastructure. I wish everybody could get paid more. They should. They deserve it. The shit is vital. That's why the union is why it's what's popping. That's why I love the union. I want all y'all to get paid more. I ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even hating on the motherfucking dudes making the billions. Just let me get my piece. Oh, bro. It's just sucker shit. Some clown on YouTube talking about toys and shit. He'll sit here and talk about a working man and how much he deserves. He's asking for too much. Meanwhile, your ass rolling in. I know Nerd Rider got to be at the point where he's making a meal. Don't tell me he's providing a service. That motherfucker just sits online and say the same shit he been saying since 2018. It's okay. People want to give him money. Cool. YouTube want to give him money. Cool. I ain't mad at it. But don't tell me I'm out there risking my fucking life. And that's not even being hyperbolic. That's the God's honest truth. There's a friend of mine. Every time he hits the job, right, when he goes up the steps, we climb the steps to get in the machine, before he climbs up the steps, he stops and say a prayer. Whenever he touches the ground, he stops and say a prayer. Because any moment could be your last moment out there, bro. Don't get it twisted. Everybody on the job, be safe, stay safe, be safe, stay safe. Fuck out of here, man. See and tell us what we asking for too much and how much we deserve. Meanwhile, your ass crying about toys. And I don't wish it because I don't want you to, but if you let YouTube demonetize you, you won't even, there's certain words you won't even fucking say. You censor your motherfucking self because you know if you don't censor yourself, you got to go somewhere and not get as much money as you would get on YouTube. You censor your motherfucking self. Tap dancing to the man because why? Money. Mix me with that bullshit. What's up, Mr. Yana Fool? How you doing, dog? What's good with you, B? You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker censor his damn self. The coof, the jab. He who should not be named. You censor your motherfucking self because you don't want to lose that money. But then you talk about censorship. Yeah, censorship is bad. Nigga, you're doing it yourself. You fronting the shit you saying. And why you do it? Because you know if you go to Rumble or Kick, your motherfucking income is going to be cut by 75%. So your ass play the goddamn game. Don't talk to me about that shit. And you just online running your motherfucking mouth and you ain't even man enough to stand behind the shit you saying because of money. I don't think it's right that the union could destroy the United States. Well, I'm going to tell you like this, bro. I don't think it's right that the man don't want to pay us what we worth. And I don't think it's right that other people are telling us what we're fucking worth. I'm sorry. It was just a month ago, I had to climb, hop on the crane, hop on the bar, go up 8 stacks, bro. And I couldn't even wear Eddie gear because I won't even know Eddie gear to hook into. Me and a dude with a ladder because a pin was stuck in the box. If I fall, it's a wrap. That's the job. That's the motherfucking job. If the crane operator do something wrong, the box fall off the ship, and I'm under the whip, that's my ass. That's the job. If a dude is on the ground and I don't see him and he's in a blind spot, I'm up in the machine and he's in a blind spot and I don't see him, I'm gonna roll over the motherfucker and not even know I did it. That's the job. Don't talk about how much we're getting paid. It's like national security. Man, it ain't gonna go on that. It ain't gonna go on that long, bro. That's why I wanted to read that list of what these foreign companies are making, the net worth, the CEOs. It's in the billion, 35 billion. This is the net worth. 35 billion. The 17th richest man in the world. This other guy bought him a $4 billion. Come on, bro. We out there day and night. And they want to get rid of us all together and automate it. Man, I want everybody to get this. I know it sounds like, well, TJ, man, you, good gracious, man, they offer 50%, man. That ain't enough. And look, I stand with the membership. The man out there fighting for me, he said it ain't enough, it ain't enough. I ain't even gonna front. I go back to work right now if I could, but I can't. You think it's like we all sitting around with a stockpile of everything and we just sitting back watching the shit collapse? Nah. We doing what we gotta do. We playing our hand. Every time a contract year come up, they take shit. This is the one time when we got our hand. We gonna play it. I wish this is why they want to, this is why the Republicans shit on the fucking unions. Because they don't want you to have any power. They don't want the working class to have any power. They don't want you to have anything but other than we sick boss. We sick boss. Yes, sir. What, 10 cent? I sure is happy. Thank you for that 10 cent, boss. That's what they want. Meanwhile, you out there busting your ass. He's sitting in a goddamn smoking lounge with an $800,000 cigar in his mouth, drinking $300,000 shots of motherfucking Louis the 13th. The fuck out of here, man. Stand with the working man, bro. And I wish everybody could get it. That's why they're demonizing unions, because the union gives the working man power, and they don't want the working man to have any leverage. They don't want you to have any leverage. The reason why they want to get automation, because they want to get rid of you altogether. And they talk about, I was watching Steven Crowder. Well, what about, I was reading the comments, what if the doctors and the nurses? Nigga, I dated 2 ICU nurses, and they already getting nervous because they getting robots to come in and do the shit they be doing. So they already getting nervous, whether you know it or not. Certain hospitals, there's robots going around giving motherfuckers their prescriptions and shit. The nurses and doctors get nervous about this shit. Do I go out in solidarity with the construction industry? Listen, bro, construction workers, roofers, the dudes that build the bridges, that do the streets, the people that clean the streets, the motherfucker. When COVID hit, and everybody was sitting at home, whatever, I used to go to Food Line. If you don't remember, it was a bunch of teenagers working, and every day I went in that Food Line, I told them, "Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all here risking it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all here risking it so you can keep these stores running, so you can keep people, so people can come and buy food, so people can come and get the shit they need." I stand, yeah, get yours. I'm all for it. Hell yeah, construction workers should get paid more. Do anybody say this about the motherfucking oil riggers that's offshore? Y'all watch videos of them doing leathernecks. Y'all watch the video of them leathernecks and y'all like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's right. Look at that. That's a hard working man. The fuck you think I'm out here doing? I ain't doing that. I'm not gonna compare it to that, bro. I ain't wilding. But y'all okay with that? I hope everybody get theirs, man. Shit, motherfuckers should unionize. The Amazon. Do you remember what they said about the Amazon warehouses? Because they was getting away with it. The motherfuckers couldn't even take a piss break. This is how, because it was so crucial time, because Amazon owns so much shit and everybody's using Amazon or whatever. They couldn't even take a piss break. They had to get national coverage for them to get any kind of anything. If you let them do what they want to do, they will treat you like a fucking slave and give you nothing. You will own nothing and you will like it. You understand? Get yours. If you got to goddamn a whole lot to get yours and show them how valuable you are to this motherfucking infrastructure, do it. I'm going to the same stores y'all going to. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. If the shit dry up, it's dry enough for me too. We say we are in a sweet spot, but that would mean hedge funds couldn't corner markets anymore in the U.S. That would be a big drop in the market, and it was, bro, that's out of my pay grade. I don't doubt what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But that's way out of my pay grade. For real, for real. I believe though. Hold on a second. I gotta mute myself. I gotta take a leak. They talking about Dagger. They show pictures of his house going around. Yellow Flash posted the picture. Hey, look at him. Yeah, man, that man is out there fighting for me. When all this shit is over, I hope he go buy another one. Go buy another one. Get another Bentley, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. He's out there fighting for me. Why do I care what he got? He's out there fighting for me. And that's more than what your employee's doing for you. Your employee ain't out there fighting for you. My man out there fighting for me. Oh, we buy another motherfucker house. Go get another mansion. Get a summer home. Get another yacht. You get a yacht. You get it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You out here fighting for me. Bless your heart, bro. Get yours. When am I walking the line? I got a couple calls, man. That ain't my style, bro. First of all, they be on the news and shit. I see my man Lil Smitty on the news and shit. I didn't mean to say his name. My bad. I see my man on the news and shit. He's silly as hell. He's stupid. He out there smiling shit. Hey, mama, I made it. Look, mama, I made it. I'm on TV. Nah, them motherfuckers be on TV and shit, man. I ain't with all that. I think me not going to work is good enough. Ain't no work to go to anyway, so whatever. And if y'all hear that noise outside, some construction going on, man. It's right by my window. Well, it ain't right by my window, but it's close enough where y'all probably can hear it. Yeah, man. I hope they get paid what they deserve. What are you talking about, bro? I thought the people in food line in the grocery stores during COVID, man. I was like, yo, I used to tell me it was this one girl. It was just, think it's cold grease. She was too young though. She was in her early 20s and shit. But I hope they, I was like, yo, I hope y'all get y'all, man, for real. Everybody, listen. A mom and pop business, I understand. I definitely understand. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain They make X amount of money. They can only afford to pay their employees X amount of money for the business to survive and, you know what I'm saying, and flourish. I understand that. A corporation, when you got investors and shareholders and all of this shit, and they're just making billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Nah, bro, Andy up. Bless those that's doing the work for you. Because without us, well, I'm about to say without us, there's no you. They're trying to get rid of us with automation. And like I said earlier, bro, they're even coming for the nurses. I'm not making this up. You can Google it. It's online, bro. YouTube the shit. I had an ex-girlfriend of mine was like, yo, they bringing robots in this motherfucker. They getting nervous about the shit. We're just gonna head to where nobody's working in this what, a universal basic income. That's what they want, right? You'll own nothing and be happy. Meanwhile, Mr. Scrooge once again got his $80,000 Cuban in his mouth, taking $1,300 shots at Louis the 13th. Some champagne that cost $200,000. Traveling the world in his mega yacht. Come on, bro. Miss me with that. Yeah. It was always going to automate ports, and you got to try to hold off as long as you can, man. Somebody got to fix it. That's that loan. That's that learn the code bullshit, dude. Somebody got to fix the robots. That's foolishness. Well, once that industry happened, then that opens up another industry. That's foolishness, bro. If you put 20,000 people out of work, and now you only need 6 people to repair the shit, come on, bro. Do the math. If you want better, you need to be on the line. Being on the line, let me explain something to you. I support my brothers out there. I just don't want to be on TV and all of that. And that just ain't my style, man. That ain't my style. You know what I'm saying? I support them. You know what I'm saying? I might go out there. I might. I was on the phone with some people that was getting ready at midnight. I can hear them all getting ready. But that's just ain't my style, bro. I ain't that dude. And like I said, I ain't trying to be on TV and shit. Yeah, making, selling, and fixing robots is big money. You damn right. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at the mechanics that gotta do it. There's mechanics out there. Yeah, the car mechanics. The car mechanics give it right now, bro. I told my son, I'm trying to get him out there, but whatever. I ain't getting to that. But yo, get a trade. I told my son, fuck that going to college shit. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever you taking up philosophy or some simple shit, get a trade. HVAC. Get a mechanic. Fix them cars. You if you a new age mechanic, I ain't talking about old school dude with a cigarette in his mouth that can just fix anything. I'm talking about the dude that can work on this new shit they putting out there. That's big money. That's a good living. Is anybody gonna complain about them getting this? No. What do you say? It must not just be done, it must be seen to be done. Get out there, get out there on the damn line. You know what? I might go out there tomorrow, bro. I've been drinking already. I might go out there tomorrow. I think you might be convincing me. I think you might be convinced. I might have to go out there at least once because I think it's going to end by maybe today, tomorrow, most definitely sometimes next week. That's my feeling. That's my thoughts. And I don't know. I don't think the country can handle it too much more than that. But I think I'll jump out there tomorrow. I get on the line tomorrow morning. I get on the line tomorrow morning. I'll do it, bro. The Boeing, the machinists for Boeing, they're striking. They're tired of the shit. Do you understand? Just go to the grocery store. I don't know how many you got wives or girlfriends. Maybe your wives and your girlfriends are buying shit for you, or maybe you're a single dude, so you really ain't buying shit but hot pockets and shit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really like that. You ain't buying, you know, you single man life and shit. I get it. Go to the grocery store and see what $100 get you. go to the grocery store and see what $50 get you. Come on, bro. Everything is jacking up sky fucking high. Sky high. All right. What was your total, Mr. Meow Grab? What was your total at the grocery store? Talk to me. And don't throw it. Don't have a vice like Bill cigarettes, because that's your ass. $214. And I'm pretty sure you need to go back next week, ain't you? Just keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? And and that's probably, and you probably don't even have. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I'm assuming it's just you. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming it's just you. Now imagine you got about three miles extra that need to be fed and take care of. They got to wipe their ass and they got to use the toilet paper and they got to, that water's gonna be running and all of that. You talk about just you, and you got to go back next week after spending $214. Except we need to end the Suez blockade. Shipping is going around Africa. Yeah, you're right about that. That's a problem. The what is it? The Utes or whatever they call. So we're avoiding that whole passage. Yeah, well, not we're, but they're avoiding that whole passage because they pretty much on some pirate shit. There's a lot going on. Hey, what's up, Courtney? Hey, hey, I'm gonna DM you later. I'm gonna DM you later, and I gotta holler at you about something because I don't know if he was joking earlier. I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, 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 yeah. But I want to put the link back in, man. You want to get in here? I need somebody to calm me down anyway, man. I just got warm, man. Steven Crowder, yo, pissed me the fuck off, yo. Between him and Flash, man, like, yo, the fuck are y'all talking about? Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. So, I don't know. I need something else to talk about, so I don't talk about this shit no more. Hopefully this shit will end, bro. I can't wait for. I tell you what, though. I tell you what. Don't get mad at me for this one. But this the truth. Whenever it is, bro. One, I'm gonna be happy to go back to work. That's one. You know what I'm saying? And two, I take my blood pressure medicine, by the way, if y'all hear these pills. And two, um, whatever they agree to is gonna be better than what it is. It's gonna be better than what it was. So I want to hurry up and get back to work. Hold on a second. Yeah. Washing down my blood pressure medicine with a cold Budweiser. I ain't shit. Yeah, man. You'll be right back. I'm starting at my laptop. I had to find the card. Don't know what that's about, but that's what's up. When do I fire up a gaming stream, man? So still gotta still look. I was about to go to Hooters and pick me up some wings. I thought Thursdays was 20 wings for $15 because it used to be because I used to get it from me and my son. Um, but it wasn't Thursdays. This lady I had called. Luckily, I called before I went there. And she was like, "No, it's actually on Tuesdays," and it went up to $17.99. Used to be 15. Now it's $17.99. I said, "God damn it, woman!" She started laughing. You know what I'm saying? What on Thursdays and Tuesdays? I guess Thursdays is the shrimp day. Tuesdays was the wings. I got it confused. I used to get it from me and my son. God damn it, woman. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna fix me something to eat. Guess I'm gonna play some games, man, today. I got shit to do. I need to. Hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. But did I put a link in there? Did I? Nobody want to come and talk to me, man. I get it. What Eeyore used to say? Hey, Pooh. How you doing, Eeyore? I'm good. Oh, Eeyore. With his little tail. They had Tigger bouncing around happy about everything. And was it Piglet? Yeah. Was his name Piglet? I can't remember. Back when Disney was trying to make the kids gay. Yeah, man. Okay, well, let's you got yo, for real, for real, for real, for real. Um I seen Wiggle do a stream about it, and it's pretty informative. I was reading about it, and then Wiggle. I don't know if Wiggle put it in a link to where if you can help. I guess he said, don't send it to the Red Cross and that because they'll never see the money. Basically get it to like churches and community organizations so they can actually get the money that you get. But right now, man, them people in North Carolina, bro, that shit is. They're saying they're finding children, and basically what's happening is all the streets are washed away and they're in the mountains, so they're stuck. Relief can't get in. You know what I'm saying? Only thing can get in is by air. They're trying to, get people out by air, but they're telling everybody to hike out. To hike it out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's horrible, right? So, are you in the back? I got you.
I
Yeah.
am. I can't find my cord to my
So what's up?
laptop still. This has been
Okay,
an
okay. That's what you
issue
said. Core. I thought it
since
said
last
card.
night.
Okay.
What?
What was you doing last night, Court? What was you doing last night, Courtney?
I was on a stream. I forget who it was. Probably Risey or Shepard. I don't even know whose it was. I don't know.
Okay.
One of all you guys. I don't know. And my laptop just died, and I can't find the cord still
Okay.
because I put cords in places with other cords, and then I can't find. I'm a woman and an
No, what?
ADHD
No,
woman. I should add.
no. I was see now. I'm about to say that's absolutely backwards because women are more organized than men. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying?
I'm ADHD, so I do like pile organization where like it makes
Okay.
sense to
Okay.
me, and it's not
Okay. I
like the
got you.
room looks like spotless, but things are in boxes where I don't know, or like little bins where I have no idea where they are.
I got you. I got you.
Story of my
Yeah.
life. I woke
Yeah.
up and oh my goodness, was I angry this morning, but I
What you
shook
mad
it
about?
off. So,
What you mad
oh, I
about?
was
You
just
shake it up.
screaming at my ex-husband, and I haven't done that in a while. I usually don't let things get to me with him, but.
You had
Shit
to shake it
happens.
off.
I'm
You
shaking
had to
it
get
off.
the
It
tails.
involved my
You
dog.
had
That's why I was pissed off. Nothing with him really gets me that upset.
mistreatment or just
No, just it's. I don't know. I don't like doing this shared custody thing because he is my dog, and he's being he's trying to use it as like a control thing now.
Courtney, I ain't gonna talk about your ex-husband like that. Well, I am gonna talk about your ex-husband like that, but I don't mean it as bashing your ex-husband. But I'm gonna just be for real with you. Any
No, I
grown man, any grown man that's like forcing shared custody of a fucking dog is a petty motherfucker.
no I allowed it to happen. I allowed it. It wasn't forced, but now that it is happening, it's like a way of control. You know what I mean? Just don't like the way he's dealing with it. Basically, I allowed it to happen because he was in a really bad place. He's not.
I remember. I remember you telling me. I remember you ain't gotta repeat it. I remember
Yeah,
you
he
telling
has
me
health
that.
issues.
There's a reason.
So
Right? He got health issues, and the dog
I think
comforted him.
it's good for. I think it's good for him to have the dog around, and I think it's good for the dog
Right.
too because that's the place where the dog grew up.
Right.
So I made a mommy decision a little bit, thinking that way. But now it's just getting to the point where I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna come up there and get my dog and you're never getting him back. You guys haven't really well actually people have seen me mad one time, but I ended up crying and I think that was like on Risey's stream years ago with a certain somebody else. But typically people don't see me really mad. I'm usually joking if I'm mad.
I think I seen you angry once. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
you
over the
did
years.
probably
I
if you
think I
saw
might have
me.
seen you angry. Like, no, I remember. I do remember. But I ain't gonna talk about it because we was in the back room talking about it, and you was like telling me about some shit. So yeah, I did see you
Yeah,
angry about
yeah, I was
it.
pissed. And it's funny because Rise's channel, that channel got taken down, so that stream wasn't there. But I have it still because I recorded it because I was so like, ah. Anyway,
Yeah, you like my oldest daughter. Like she's like a very she's a very like bubbly,
patient
nice girl.
and
She's like a
patient
very
until
nice
some.
girl, yeah. Until she gets pissed, and then she turns into a bitch.
Oh yeah, me
And
too.
I'm saying that out of love, baby. If you're listening,
I will
and
destroy people when I'm pissed off. Like I will. I will
yo,
say things
she's a
I don't mean usually. I never really
yeah,
mean them. I just try to hit below the belt because I'm smart enough to
yes,
know what'll like piss a person off, you know. And oh my god, yeah, I regret it every time
and,
because
and,
I am
and
a nice
luckily for me,
person. So
like,
I
like,
always regret it.
like
I'm always like, why did I do that? I feel so bad now.
luckily for me, she's never pointed that anger at me, but I've heard about it. I've never witnessed it. The funny part is I've never witnessed it because all I see is the cute, beautiful, wonderful, happy, sensitive girl. But I've been told like, yo, she's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Don't
You
piss
know,
her off. She's
that's
horrible.
funny that you say that because my entire life, like, well, with the dad that I knew as my dad, kind of growing up, because my biological father is it's a whole different story. But um, I always he wasn't around a ton, but I never like cursed at him. I never really went against what he said. You know what I mean? And with
Mm.
my mom and I used to fight like we were sisters. You know, we call each other bitch, like just like go at it. Um, but I like 2 years ago, I think it was. My dad finally. I mean, I just remember like afterwards, I was like, I can't believe it because I totally like cursed at my dad. I was like, you are just an asshole. I like let go on him. He didn't talk to me for a month. He was like a child. He wouldn't talk to me.
You hurt?
He was like the worst punishment ever. He didn't even like yell at me or anything. He just didn't talk to me. It
You hurt that
sucks.
man. Yeah, that man ain't. He look. I'm telling you for real. Like I said, I've never seen it. My son told me. Her sister told me. Um, I've heard it from.
Siblings will know more because siblings go at it with
Yeah,
each other. You know, siblings
yeah.
go at it.
I heard it from my mother. So, because in my mind, it's like, wow, like Jayla, like Jayla ain't got a mean bone in her body. That's just
That's what
because
my
I've
aunts and
never.
uncles think about
You know,
me.
Jilly ain't got a mean bone in her body. What are you talking about? No, that's not true. She could be very horrible. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. Shifter says, which I saw this was funny. TJ, repeat
Are you
after
talking about
me.
OBS now?
I for one welcome a bot overlords. That was funny. But yeah, um,
Hi,
I was about to
Shifter.
say something. God damn it, Quinn! I was about to say something. I can't remember what it is. We talking about the Taylor Swift.
Um,
Taylor Swift, shake it off. Check it out.
Shake it off. That's so funny. Before that song came out, my roommate, like in my early 20s, she always used to be like, just shake it off, shake it off. And then when that song came out, she wasn't my roommate anymore. She lives like totally across the country, but I always think of her when I hear Taylor Swift.
Yo, what's up, Corn? What's up, Corn, bro? And look, the
Hi,
reason I was gonna
cornbread.
bring it up, not to, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna try to be done with it, but just using it as an example of them not wanting to, they want them wanting to fuck you. We all know Taylor Swift a billionaire, so I'm not saying feel sorry for Taylor Swift. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to tell you is, and if you remember Prince too, Taylor Swift waited to, I guess, the publishing of her shit clear, and she went and re-recorded all of her old shit. So Spotify won't be, because they won't paying her. You know what I'm saying? They won't paying her for her fucking music. If you remember when Prince changed his name to the symbol, he
Oh,
didn't
is
have
that
a
why
name.
he did that? I never knew
He,
that. How did I not know that?
he changed his name to the symbol because he was like
Well, I
worth
remember
slaves.
that,
Like,
but he did that to be able to make money off of that because
no,
someone else owns the
because
royalties to. The other?
Prince. Yep, they own Prince. You know what I'm saying? Now,
That's
mind you, Prince.
crazy. I never knew that's why he changed his name. I learned
Yep,
something new.
the art. What was it? The artist formerly known
The
as, or
artist
something like
formerly
that.
known as
Yeah,
Sign.
that's why.
The
Yep,
Sign.
and it was a sign. He changed it because he wasn't getting any money. You know, so they won't give him any money. They own Prince. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this whatever. Let's see. Shit to say, the TJ, the people that will win with the automation thing are the people that take offer training and integrate into the system. I understand, bro. I've already had my. I already told you that whole little, you know what I'm saying, learn the code shit. Miss me with that. But I understand what you're saying. Walk the line. Why you being a dick towards me, man? What the fuck I do to you, bro? Anyway, Courtney.
He's being a good and proper troll. I appreciate a good troll.
Yeah. That is, he's not being an ass. He's being a good and proper troll. I will agree with you on that.
I try and tell you that, TJ. Sometimes you gotta shake it off. You know, when you get upset about things,
Good
don't let it
gracious.
get to you. Don't let it get
Sometimes
to
I
you.
do. You're right. You're right. Sometimes I gotta shake it off. You're right. You're right. But
And you just
see,
have to. Sometimes I do have to laugh, and I'm like, God, this person is getting to me. That means they're doing a good job.
Courtney, this isn't. I was born 19. I was born in the 70s. Right.
Me too.
When
I think we're the same age.
yeah. When I
Are
grew
you
up,
78? 77?
77. The
Yeah,
year to
I'm
goat.
78. So
Year to goat. Oh,
the goat, really? The
year to,
greatest of all
yep.
time is 77?
I,
Why wasn't I
I
born in
have no.
77?
I'm making that shit up, but you let me tell us the year to goat. Oh,
Oh. Pay me out. Woo! Sorry, I always have to do that with Johnny.
yeah. The way we grew up, the way I grew up was there's jokes and then there's disrespect, and if you didn't if you didn't handle disrespect, then everybody else is going to disrespect you. You know what I'm saying? Like you really couldn't go out because
You know
they
what?
used to call you a flunky.
No, I
They
know
call
what
you
you're
a
talking
flunky or
about,
a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
but there's a
I don't,
big
the
difference. The
trolling
area
shit.
you're from.
Hold on, Courtney.
I'll let you finish. I will.
Thank you. The trolling, the concept of trolling, I can't understand. I understand it, but I have a hard time differentiating trolling from malice because I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead. What was you about to say?
Okay. So, well, I'm going to comment on the last thing you just said, too. People that show that it bothers them are going to get picked on more. First of all, that's just a rule of life.
Yeah, I know that.
Because
I do know that. You know what
and
I'm
so
saying?
when you're showing that it bothers you, people are going to do it more. Um, I'll play it up. I used to play it up on my channel because, I use self-deprecating humor, and I think it's hilarious when people make fun of me. So I used to be like, "Oh no, you're really hurting me." I used to do that to get people to troll me more. But I'm just also a weirdo. But there's a big difference where you're from and where I'm from. Even though we're both East Coast, I won't say where you're from, but um, I know that area pretty well because my ex in-laws are all from that area. There's a big difference being from Philly. Like the Northeast
Mhm.
is, it's like we don't. It's almost like you don't see that as disrespect. It's almost more disrespectful where I'm from to not disrespectful, but it's almost like people will think there's something wrong with you if you're not like messing with them.
I'm gonna tell you. I know what you're talking about,
It's
and I
just
know
something
what you're
about
talking
where
about.
we're from. That's why we're
And
referred to as the true East Coast assholes. Like,
there's guys that, you know what I'm saying. I could take a joke and I know how to lean into it or whatever. I could tell the difference between, you fucking with me and you being like disrespectful towards me. You know what I'm saying? And I understand what you're saying about certain individuals. Like, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you the fact that I'm joking with you and joking on you is because I like you. If I didn't think you could handle, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't even talk to you at all because I hate suckers. So I understand what you're saying. But there's a difference between fucking with somebody, giving them the shit, breaking their balls, and then there's you just being a fucking asshole, bro.
I know the
There's
difference because I've had people say things that are like that they know that are personal to me, um,
yeah,
about just whatever, it doesn't matter. But
yeah.
the thing is I I have let it get to me, before everyone has their moments. I'm a woman, I have hormones, so I'm not always able to like whatever, but most of the time if I just ignore it, they stop because they want a
Yeah.
reaction.
That's what don't feed the trolls. That's where the whole saying come from, right? Don't feed the trolls.
Hmm. So when you get upset sometimes, so you know how sometimes I'll like message you on
Yeah,
Discord, and I'm like, let it go, just let it go.
yeah, yeah. You do,
I
you
have done
do,
this,
you
guys.
do.
For like I have messaged
Yes, you
TJ. I'm like,
do.
TJ, you gotta let it
She do.
go.
She do. As a
That's just me
matter of
being a
fact,
friend.
she was the one that I didn't want to say the name. That when I did that stream with
I
he
told you to
she
take it
not
down. Yeah.
she look, I didn't even realize, and I checked my DMs and Corey's like, hey TJ, you might want to take that shit down and delete that shit because oh shit. I went back because I was drunk as a bitch and I didn't even realize it. I went back and listened to her like, God damn it, she's right. Let me delete that shit. And then I hit you back. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
so
did.
much. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah.
I mean, I'm even if people don't want to hear it, I will usually say something to a friend if I think it's, you know what I mean?
Courtney, I
Hold
gotta
on.
ask you something, and it's gonna be inappropriate, and I don't mean it like this.
If
But
it's inappropriate, I'll tell you to shut up or I'll answer. It doesn't matter. Go on. I
we
can
was
take
on the
it.
stream. We was on the stream, and we were just everybody was just talking trash, and the girl said, I didn't realize it because I never looked at you like that, but I did see it that night. You had on a Batman T-shirt, and
Yeah.
the girl said you got a nice rat, Courtney, and it looked like you had a nice. I didn't know. Do you got a nice rat? I didn't know you had a nice rat, Courtney. Are you? Do you got a
Of
nice rat?
course I do. What am I going to say? I don't. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
can
it.
hold that.
I didn't know it. When I saw it, because she said it, she was like, "Well, I Courtney." She said something. I was like, I looked. I was like, "Oh shit, she do got it." My bad. All right.
I
Cool biz.
I'm proud of my figure for my age.
That's
Like
right.
I'm lucky. Like my mom and my dad were both in good. I don't know. Like I don't have. I'm lucky. A lot of it's genetics because
That's right.
now I don't work out like I used to, and
Mhm.
I still I don't have to do much, which is I'm lucky. So I'm grateful. I say that. I'm not trying to
And
brag or anything, but
no, 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 no.
compared to
I
most
was
people like I went to high school with and stuff, I definitely you know
no. That's what's up, man. Like yo, I mean, I ain't.
I didn't have kids
I'm
either, though. So you got to take that into consideration. Having
yeah,
kids
yeah.
takes a toll on a woman's body. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And I just wanted to
yeah,
say,
so
I
I can't.
never over all the years, I never noticed it until that night. And then I seen you having the Batman T-shirt. And I looked. I
It's
said, "Oh
because the
shit."
Batman shirt. I realized that too after someone said it. I was like, the yellow just makes it pop. I guess, and it
It
was
makes
just.
it pop. It makes it pop. Because I'm like, oh shit. Look at that. I ain't never noticed that. Little dog.
It is what it is. Yeah, I don't care. I don't. That doesn't offend me.
Okay. All
Um,
right, cool. You shouldn't be
like that's
offended by
I take it as a compliment.
yeah, yeah, it's a
Why would I
compliment.
be offended by that? Honestly and
Yeah.
truly, because it could be worse. People could be
I could be telling you
she's
look like
hideous
shit.
and gross and
Yeah, yeah.
which is what I tell myself. So
Oh no,
I'm just
no, no.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
So
So I was
what you
supposed
been
to
up
take
to?
my car in today, and I'm switched to tomorrow now, which is nice because I didn't really want. I wanted to get some stuff done today, which is my back the hatch window, the back hatch window of my vehicle. The 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 hinge is basically rusted. The hinge rusted like completely through, and so it became detached from my car.
Okay, okay,
And I need a back windshield. I live in Colorado. It's about to get cold, so
okay.
yeah.
Oh, that shouldn't be too much like a hinge, right? A hinge in a boat, right? It shouldn't be too
Yeah, you
much.
would think. Initially, I just ordered the part because I thought only that they would only have to replace the top left, which is the hinge that came unattached or whatever, detached, whatever the word
Mhm.
is. But upon further review, and going to glass places, and they're saying they can't fix it, and then going to my mechanic and him saying, no, you have to go to a body and collision shop. They showed me that the other hinge is also completely rusted and about to fall off. So the parts
Okay.
itself are $420 for these
For a
two
fucking
freaking
hinge.
hinges. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See.
But
You see what
it's
I'm
seven
talking
hundred,
about,
almost
man?
$700 to get it fixed tomorrow. But I have to do
And,
it. And then I got an
and you
estimate
know,
just to like see what they
Courtney,
would
you
charge
know,
to fix
Courtney,
the side of my car, because I don't know if you heard how like I fell asleep at the wheel months back, and I don't know if I a lot of people heard this, but I was on Interstate 70 going fast, like the speed limit is like 75. And I fell asleep at the wheel and I hit the side, like the cement thing on the side. Luckily, I didn't go off of a
the
mountain.
barrier.
Yeah, the bar, yeah, whatever you call that thing. Yep. And the whole side of my car just is like scraped off. Like not off. It could be worse, but I
I got
asked the guy
scratches
to
and shit. I've
give
been
me an
told.
estimate for that, and it's worth, and the estimate's more than my car is worth. So I was like, okay. He was like, yeah, we're starting at about 8 grand for that. I was like, I'll be driving an ugly car. It's okay.
Do you don't have to replace the? Is it cosmetic or is it like dented where they got to replace the doors and shit? Or is it
It's
just like
all of it. Like they have to replace all the panels basically on like the part of the door. I fucked it up, and the mirror and everything.
I got you.
If you look at
I'm,
my car from the one side, it looks nice. You can't tell.
I'm gonna just tell you, like for real, like $400 for two hinges is there's
Yep.
no way you could justify that. Like I'm not talking about you.
That's
I'm talking about
called
like
auto parts, and that's called
it's
a
called
Ford
auto parts. Yeah.
freaking. Yeah, I don't know. If it was
Courtney,
like an
I had to
Audi or
pay.
something, it would be even more.
Listen.
I didn't hear
I
you
had an
talking.
Audi.
Sorry.
No. You bought an Audi. I had an Audi. Do you know how much I had to replace my battery? Do you know how much that motherfucker
Oh,
costs?
how much? I'm
A
curious because
battery. A battery.
I'm curious. How much?
$400.
Yep. What year was it?
For a fuck 2012. Was
Okay,
it 12?
I had a 1990 Audi Quattro, so we're going back some years with that one, but it was a nice vehicle still. And I that vehicle, we had to replace the battery so many times, but there was also a lot of like electronic issues always.
Yep. That's why I got rid of it. I got rid of mine
Yeah,
because electronic issues, man. And I got
I
stuck in the
think mine is
flood.
still sitting in front of the old place that I lived with my ex. I don't think he ever got rid of it. I keep telling him get the tax write off, get it towed, but
Hey, Shifter says if you want strike pay, you need to walk. No, we don't have any strike. We don't have a strike fund. Yeah, I'm over here drawing zeros, bro. Ain't no strike fund. They already told us that we don't have a strike fund. Our union though, maybe some other unions do. I'm not saying I'm not saying they don't, but our union we don't have a strike fund. So
look,
yeah.
are you having issues? I don't know anything that's going on. I'm
Oh no
sorry.
no no no. Shifter was saying that if you want strike pay, you need to walk. Like he said, I need to get out there on the picket line, and if you want strike pay, and I was telling him that we don't have a strike fund. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying other unions do, because it's all the way from Maine to Texas. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have a strike fund. Yeah. No fucking way. Yeah, we don't have no strike fund, bro.
I don't, that's interesting. Because I was in the teachers union and I have no idea wouldn't even have been able to tell you what the deal was with that because I never paid them that much attention, I guess.
Yeah,
Or we
yeah,
never had to.
yeah.
And I was in the supermarket union. Do you know they have a union?
No, and I'm glad. No, I didn't. I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I was 16 years old, I was in the union for working at a supermarket. And I thought
Look,
you
look,
had to like wait all this time, but you don't. I was in the union. It's funny. I don't know if it's different now, but
oh no.
I think they tore down all those. Do they have super freshes? Do they ever have those near you?
Yes, but they've
I
been
think they're all
long
gone
gone.
now.
Yeah, they've been
They
there.
turned them all to Acme's where I'm from, but
Around here we used to have it was Food Line, Farm Fresh, um used to be like an A&P. I'm talking about the ones you see everywhere. Um If you go down south a little bit further, you get Piggly Wiggly, but it won't too many of those. But it was mainly Food Lions and Farm Fresh. Farm Fresh is
A
gone.
food lion. Yeah, I couldn't understand. I thought you were saying food line, like line,
Yeah,
like Line.
yeah.
Food
Food.
lion.
So yeah, so all the Farm Freshes are going except one that's not really a food. It's a food line, but not a food line. It's a farm. All the Farm Freshes are going except one that the Arabs came in and bought it. It might not even be Arabs. I think it might be Asians. They kept the name, and they pretty much do the thing, but just you can tell it's different. But all the farm freshes are gone. So now it's mainly Walmart, Food Line, Kroger's, and Harris Teeter's. And they're starting to put
Yeah,
Publix out here.
Kroger, I
Publix are
think
coming
for
in.
us is Safeway, or maybe
Okay.
that's City Market. Which one's which? Albertsons is Safeway, and Kroger is City Market for us. That's what it is.
I gotta mute myself. I gotta take another leak. I gotta mute myself.
Okay, so I guess I have to talk. Hi, Shifter. Hi, Cornbread. What up? What's everyone doing today? Anything interesting? I know nobody really wants to probably hear about my day, but I'm going to go to the post office and I have to go pick up my medication from Walgreens. And I'm going to go to Goodwill because it's my favorite place.
I wanna hear about your day, but I got something that might make you mad. Goodwill
What?
Goodwill is horrible. I'm gonna tell you why Goodwill is horrible.
Why is it
Because
horrible? I just
because
discovered. Well, okay. Yeah, tell me, actually.
all right, Goodwill it's damn near racket because everything their whole inventory is donated to them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
Yes.
pays. No, Goodwill don't pay anything. So the entire inventory is donated to them, and they sell it, and they don't.
They're not
Goodwill,
donating it to other
good.
places.
No, it goes into the CEO of Goodwill and the workers.
What's the difference then? Because there's a Goodwill and then there's Goodwill of Colorado. Like there's two different types here.
Okay, yeah, all right. So say the Salvation Army. Say you donate your shit to the Salvation Army, get their shit from donations. All right, say you
Yes.
donate stuff to the Salvation Army. Okay, a percentage of whatever they make, they hand out to you know
All their
people that need it.
programs. I know they do
Yeah, the
like
people that need it.
rehab programs and all sorts of stuff. Salvation
Yeah,
Army.
but back in
Yeah.
the day, a church used to come in, a bus used to come in, pick the kids up, and take them to church on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Just
Cool.
Salvation Army type stuff. Yeah,
Hmm.
Goodwill gets all of this shit donated to them, and it's all profit for Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't.
So yeah.
People
So
get
there's
things
two
cheap.
different kinds
You're getting.
here.
Hold on a second. Hold on a
There are
second.
two
Hold on.
different. Okay.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So you get things cheap from going to Goodwill, but they're not doing anything to help anybody. They're helping the people that's buying the stuff for cheap. So basically, what Goodwill is all of the inventory is fucking free. You know what I'm saying? Think about
Mm.
you understand what I'm saying? The inventory is completely free, and so there's no overhead. Like
Well, yeah. No,
you,
I understand what you're saying. So there's
yeah.
one of the types of Goodwill here that's doing that. I know that the other, I can't remember which one is which because, as I said, we have various just Goodwills and then we have various Goodwill of Colorados. Like they're
Mhm,
different stores. And the one donates money for veterans because we're a big Air Force town.
mhm.
Um, so one of them I do know does
Hoorah!
give money.
Hoorah!
And then, huh?
Hoorah! That was an Air Force.
Yeah.
Hoorah!
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
hoorah! Sorry, I know that movie. Anyway, and then, but there's another place I go to. I go to mainly. I just discovered Goodwill. That's why I like it because it's like new to me. They have different stuff, but we
Yeah.
have a chain of like it's like a chain. There's like four or five of them here called the Ark, and they have the best stuff at that thrift store, and they donate all their money to disability and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
And I'm on disability, so I respect that.
No doubt, no doubt. And yeah, Goodwill around here, they don't give shit to nobody. They just, they provide a service of people being able to get, you know, product that's, cheap, or you know what I'm saying. But they
Yeah,
don't
I'm
they
gonna
don't.
assume that's the regular one then. That is just Goodwill, right? Because do
Courtney,
they
I
call it like
fucked around.
Goodwill
That's
of
called
your
Goodwill with
state,
the
or
big.
do they just call it
No,
Goodwill there?
it's Goodwill. Just Goodwill. Big
Yeah,
blue with
so I
white
know the
letters.
difference then.
Yeah.
I won't go to that one. I'll go to the Goodwill of Colorado.
Courtney, I went to the Salvation Army one time. Just because the Salvation Army is right by the Hooters. So I was going to say, let me go to the Salvation Army. Just browse and see what I can see. Courtney, I found a seersucker jacket. It was cold as like a suit jacket, but it was seersucker. You know what seersucker is?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like, this is back in the day. I was like, man, I'm gonna get this shit and get me some motherfucking fresh ones, some white ones. It's my F ones, and a seersucker jacket. And I'm gonna be I never got a chance to wear that motherfucker, man. I think I can't remember how much I paid for it. I never got a chance. I never got a chance to wear that shit. I don't know what the fuck happened to that shit, man. I said, ooh, I've had a seersucker shit. Yeah, man. Look,
You'll laugh at what I'm wearing right now on my feet.
you got on.
I got me a pair of some Tims.
What's funny
Nobody
about
knew what
that?
I was talking about when I was like my Tims out here because like I was like, yo,
What's
I got
funny about
Tims,
that?
and they're like, what are you talking about?
Yo, it's a Timbo.
But
What's wrong about that? You got the hiking shits or the boot joints?
no, these are awesome, and I got them like Dillard's were they're going out of business, so these were like
Dillard's are going out of
they
business.
retailed at like $150 something, and I got them for 15 something.
Oh, you
Um,
got the you got the wheat joints, the butters. You got the
I
boot and
got
the butter joints.
they're like sneaker boots. I like them a lot because they're all black.
Okay, so
So
you
they're
got the
like,
I got you. I got you. I know what you're talking about.
you know what I mean? They're kind of like they
Well,
look like
Courtney,
high top sneakers
can,
almost,
can
right?
you show us? Not
Yeah, I'll
just
show you.
show us. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can show you. Hold on. You can see the Timberland on the side. Hold on.
Remember, they had the
The right
Gore-Tex
angle.
joints, man. Back in the day, the Gore-Tex
Hold
Tims and
on. I gotta
shit.
probably flip my camera around because it's showing
I
up.
gotta turn it
Okay.
sideways. Let me turn it sideways so I can
Hold on.
see
How do
this
I go
shit.
this way? I just gotta flip it around because you're looking at my ceiling. Okay.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you can tell with I pulled my jean up, but they're like, and they're probably dirty right now. But see the Timberland on the
yeah. Oh
side?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
see
they're
it.
like just
Yeah,
they're sneakers.
yeah.
They're like high top sneakers or whatever.
Then I touch niggas lose a boost. Courtney.
Yeah, but yeah, because they do have this like part. They're like,
Yeah, yeah.
but you know what I
The
mean.
leather
Like
around the
the
ankle.
soles are like sneakers. They're not like normal Timberlands.
Okay, I see it.
See what I
Okay,
mean? They're not
yeah, I
like
see.
the big like. They're really comfy too. They're super comfy, and they're waterproof, so they'll be good. Like I can wear them in the snow and the rain. But yeah, I got
yo,
my
yo, I
Tims.
got.
They're not normal Tims though. Like they're
Hey,
just.
listen,
I never seen any like this before.
Courtney. I was in TJ Maxx and I had bought a pair of Tims. I should show
I
you.
love TJ Maxx.
They was like if you remember Eastlands. I don't know if you remember what Eastlands are.
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I do.
So it looked like them except they're Tims, but they're like insulated. They're like fucking. So these boots were like meant for fucking lumberjacks. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
lumberjacks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Insulated. So
they
it
make
has
Doc
snow.
Martens like that now too. Do you know that?
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. So it
Yeah, they
has
make Doc
snow.
Martens that are like waterproof and insulated. Yeah,
It's
it's
yo,
pretty cool.
Courtney. It snowed one time, and I was rocking the shit on I bought them on some fly shit, like some fly ass Tims. But it had snowed one time, and I had walked to the store, so I put them bitches on. Do you know my feet did not get cold or wet at all?
Yeah, that's the. I have to have shoes like that because I live in
Yeah.
Colorado. So,
Okay.
like, it's
Okay.
funny on the East Coast, you're not used to having stuff like that. It's like I think I probably know the year that the snow happened that you're talking about, which is kind of messed up because it was the only time I won't say where, but it was the only time the first time that I ever went there. For
Oh
unfortunate
no,
reasons.
I'm in Hampton Roads. Shit, y'all know I'm at the port, so I'm in Hampton Roads,
You're
Virginia,
in the state of
Virginia,
okay.
in the Hampton
I didn't
Roads
want to
area.
say, because yes.
No, you
So in
cool.
Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah.
So that's where my ex husband is born and raised. He's born and raised in around Richmond, and his mom now lives in like Upper Powhatan somewhere. It's like the more of the country,
Okay.
Upper Powhatan, I think it's called.
Yeah, I know you talking about Power Time. I know you talking
Um,
about.
But the first time I ever went there, I'd never gone to Richmond, and we were there for unfortunate circumstances because his father was dying. And we stayed in like this. I'll just never forget because they put us up in a little house near the hotel. I mean, a little house near the hospital. You know, if like a parent's dying or whatnot. And it snowed like 2 freaking feet. And I'm thinking like going there, it's gonna be all nice because we were coming from Colorado.
Wah wah.
It was like it was all snow the whole time I was there. I was like, okay, well, this did not go over as I thought it would be, but it was, unfortunate circumstances anyway. But Richmond to me is not a city. It's so weird.
It's Richmond. It's
It's
divided
nice.
by
It's too nice to be a city.
it's divided by one line. I'm trying to think. All right, you got Richmond where the museums and all of that shit is and everything, and then there's I think it's is it I can't think of because I used to go there all the time. Oh, not Broad Street. Is it Broad Street?
I don't
I can't think of
remember,
the
but I
street.
know what you're
But
talking about when you say it's kind of
if
divided.
it's divided,
Um,
if you cross this line, Richmond turns to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, like okay, it's ghetto, it's hood as fuck. But then if you once you cross the other line, it's like shit from TV. It's clean and
yeah,
it's
that's pretty much where
nice
we
and all
spent
of that.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Um, but I just remember thinking like this is nothing like a city because I'm born and raised in Philly. I
Philly,
have
yeah, you
family in New
Philly.
York City. I lived in Boston.
And,
Boston is a nice
and
city to me.
West Philadelphia, born and raised on the
I literally
playgrounds
am.
of West
I
my
literally am
days.
West Philadelphia born. Well, it's a little further west where I was born. No, it's west. It would be, but it's not in the city. So it's not West Philadelphia in the city. It's right across one street. So it's technically the next county, but it's very close. But yeah, I am West Philadelphia born and raised. This is funny.
On the playgrounds. And do you miss home? Or Philly? You miss Philly?
It's what Philly used to be. It's
They
really
make it seem
different.
it's a motherfucking shithole now. I don't know if that's true or not.
It always had its areas. It always kind of was like Philly would have like Philly was a weird city because you could have like a block or two that was nice and then a block or two that was projects ghetto. Like it was never like there. Unless you were like right in center city in like Rittenhouse area, there was really no, and that was only a couple blocks. You know, there was always bad areas no matter what, but then you had the really bad areas. Like North Philly
What
used to
you
be totally bad, but it's
what do
kind
you
of
what
sorry.
do you
Go on.
miss about what do you miss about Philly the most? Like
A
what
lot.
do you miss about it? Like what the most?
I
Give me
miss
one. Give me one
walking
thing.
everywhere. I miss walking everywhere. I miss things being open all the time. I miss things to do. I miss the culture. I miss all the different food that you could get anytime you wanted. I miss the history. Like that's part of the culture, I guess. But when I was saying culture, I more meant also like just like all the different types of like
Yeah, the
music you
culture
could
of
go
Philly.
see.
Yeah, the culture of
Always,
Philly. Everything.
like
Yeah.
just there was so much to do there, and it wasn't as overwhelming as New York City. Like New York
Right. Okay,
City,
I got you.
everything was open till 4, and like the city never slept. And like Philly, you could find something to do at any hour of the night, but it was a little more calm in a sense,
Right.
you know.
And Colorado, basically what you saying is Colorado is mad slow.
Well, where I live, it's a like the I live in Colorado Springs. I don't care if people know where I live. I live in an Airbnb with cameras everywhere, so I feel safe enough. It's like, um,
Okay.
I feel safe. Like I live alone for the first time, so but I live with other people in the house. That's why I
Right,
live here. So because it's my first time like being on my own. Um,
right.
but so Colorado Springs, like I would kill to live in Denver. Denver is more of a city. Denver has a lot to do. Colorado Springs, there's really not much to do, and it's also really expensive.
Ooh, what happened? Ooh, Courtney, she cut out. Get some
Colorado
cameras
Springs is
got
like
her.
area wise. Can you hear me again?
Yeah, I get you now.
Can you hear me again, or did it go?
Yeah, I get you
Okay.
now. I get you now.
Yeah. Colorado Springs is like very spread out. So like there's hardly any public transportation. Like in Philly, if you can't walk there, You can hop on the subway, you can hop on the
Hop
bus,
on the
hop on the
train, yeah,
train,
catch the train.
anywhere,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
And even from like my mom lives in a suburb that's about if there was no traffic, it would be it's 8 miles from center city. You know what I mean? Not from West Philly, but people don't really hang out in West Philly that much. It's more residential. But so driving with the traffic, it can take forever, but you can get on the train and be there in one stop. So it's just even coming from the suburbs, it's really easy. Um, Here, there's only like buses like right downtown in like one little area, so you can't really get anywhere without a car here. It's pretty, but there's just not much going on. It's catered to like the military. Like there's a couple Air Force bases here. A lot of the neighborhoods are like military kind of housing more so. And it's
Mm,
like a lot of strip mall type places, instead of like a city. To
right.
me, a
I got.
city's like everything like I don't know.
I'm just. I,
And
I,
even
I get
even the suburbs of Philly are all really close together. Here in Colorado, you don't have towns that are connected.
right. Like
Like,
right now. Like right now, I can if I hop in my car and go 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, probably 3 minutes. There's 1,000 options for me to do whatever I want to do.
yep.
Whether I want to get something
Hmm.
to eat, or I want to go shopping, or do I want to go sit at a bar? Or I want to go, and it's just everywhere. There's 1,000 things to do. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I grew up like even though I was my dad lived in the city. My dad went away for a while. We had big houses until I was like 5 or 6, and then my dad was he did some time. But where after that, like where I grew up going to school, because I didn't go to the Philadelphia public schools. I went to the right outside of Philly, a different school district, but public schools. But still, where I lived, um, I could walk everywhere. Still, like I walked to my elementary school. Across the street from me was the Super
I,
Fresh that I
I,
worked
I,
at.
I
The
walked to
gas
my
station.
I walked to my elementary school too. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just
No, no,
I
it's
know what
cool
you're
that you
talking
did.
about. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people don't do that these days. I
I had,
feel
I
like,
had
but
we had a 7-Eleven inside the neighborhood that my mama would
yep,
give me
that's how.
food
Yeah, we had the
stamps.
pharmacy. I got all my comic books at the pharmacy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I'll go there get a kite. My mama would give me food stamps, and I'll go and spend food stamps in the damn 7-Eleven with a note to buy cigarettes. Courtney,
oh yeah,
I'm 8 years
they didn't even
old.
need a
Mama
note
give me.
from me because it was one gas station that we would like. If I had gone into Super Fresh to get cigarettes, they probably would have asked for a note, but they never asked for a note at the gas station. They just knew my mom. And there was also one bar in the town, and anytime you couldn't find my mom, that's where I'd go find her because I was the oldest. I would walk to the guardhouse and I'd walk her home because actually once I was 12, I would drive her car home.
Yeah,
Because I
that
learned to
sound like
drive
me.
really
Yeah,
young.
77,
Well, I'm
1977.
78,
Yeah,
but yeah, still.
yeah. My little
But
sister's born 78. Yeah, man.
did
No,
you
my little
graduate
sister's
high
born
school?
79.
If you did you graduate high school in 95 or 96?
Not 95. Out the hive in the
Yeah, I'm
deep creek.
96. So you're
Out the
technically like
hive in
3 years older than me.
95. Yep.
Yeah, I'm a 96er. Um, but yeah,
Hey, going to the
but it
store,
was
your
worth.
mama
Yeah, it
writes
was
you a
different
little
days.
note.
And like,
Yeah.
I really, I like. I'm still, as I said, I'm lucky that I still look decent for like my age. Like my body and stuff like that. But if I was in Philly
Mm.
walking everywhere, I would be in, I'd be in shape. Like I used to walk to work 22 blocks, and that sounds really far, but Philly blocks aren't huge. They're kind of short blocks. But
Condensed.
you just walked everywhere, and I would skateboard everywhere because Philly's all flat,
Mm. Mm.
and that was way better than driving or even riding a bike. You could get because you could go on the sidewalks and stuff on the skateboard.
Yeah. So the thing you miss the most is the lack of public transportation. What you miss the most,
It,
just shit to do. And everything closing at 9 o'clock or midnight. You can't. That shit is boring.
I
Basically, what
can't
you're saying.
stand that. Like
Yeah.
I was a bartender. I always had a second job as a bartender, and I booked bands. Um, so normally, like when I was working at night, well, the one night a week that I ran my weekly punk night, I just didn't sleep because I worked at a financial institution during that time. So I would go to work right away after because I didn't get home till
Right.
like 4. But but like on the weekends or whatever, if you really wanted to stay out, they had
Is it
after
what?
hour bars and stuff. You
Yeah.
just had to
They,
have like
see,
a membership, technically, quote unquote.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. The American
Yeah.
Legion around here be like the
Yeah, the
American Legion or
VFW.
whatever.
It would be the VFW. They had
Yeah, I
the
know you
Polish
talking about.
American Club, which was like the
Yeah,
K
man.
Club, they called it. That was like a block
Yeah,
from my
man.
house.
I know you
That
talking
place was
about. You talking to
cool.
me? Hey,
That place
Courtney,
had a
basic.
bar with like a drain around it, and I was like, I thought it was for like people like making a mess with their drinks, and it turns out back in the day that was the Polish American Club. The men used to just stand at the bar and relieve them, like go to the bathroom. I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah, man. Like the shit around here closed at 2, and then like the American
Yeah,
Legion, it was a
same.
BYOB. But
Yep.
if you had a membership, BYOB, so you could bring your liquor in there. So everybody leave the club or whatever, and get their food, go to the little Waffle House, whatever. Then you go to the after hour spot, and you bring your own shit and give it to the bartender, and she'll just. It was dope, man. Yeah, it was dope.
See, the after hours places had their own alcohol, but
Nah,
we
we
had
didn't.
BYOB like restaurants and stuff in Philly,
Okay.
and also BYOB strip club, which
Yeah.
was like the dirtiest of the dirty.
Courtney,
But
we used to have lock-ins. I've told this story before, and I'm not telling this story now because my daughters be listening. So never mind that shit.
don't
I'm
talk
going to
about
smoke it. Yeah, I'm
it.
going to smoke a cigarette. Can you hold it down for me while I go smoke a cigarette? It'd be like two
Yeah,
minutes.
of
All
course.
right, thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay. Oh, there's new people. I'm sorry, I didn't even look at the chat. Um, Hi, Mighty Healthy, and I see Bubba Fett and Woodrow. Meow, still there. Woodrow says, I missed walking places. In Mesa, Arizona, you can walk all kinds of places. Yeah, that's something it's just something that's like when you have to drive to get anywhere. And I do have like where I live, I do have it's, I can walk there, it's a little further of a walk, but I do have like a 7-Eleven that's not far. But other than that, it's like the highway. Like everything here is like strip malls. It's just not a city to me. It feels more like, and it doesn't even feel suburban to me because the suburbs where I grew up were not like this. They were all sidewalks and whatever. But Mesa, Arizona, is that near Casa Grande? I'm curious because I have very close like friends who I consider family that are in Casa Grande, and I've been planning on visiting. Um, Boba Fett, round is a shape. Yes. I don't know. TJ, hook me up with a doc job in Jersey, Newark. Oh, Mighty Healthy. I forgot you're in Jersey. Newark's a crap hole. I got I got stuck in Newark for a night because my car broke down on the turnpike, and it's probably just where we were. But also, I had somebody I knew in Trenton, which was even worse in that prison there that I had to visit every week. Yeah. Mighty Healthy. Did you grow up going down the shore? And if so, like where? I'm curious because being in Philly, once they built like the Atlantic City Expressway, you could get to AC in like 40 minutes. But we used to go to Wildwood, which was further. Wildwood, New Jersey. I just keep saying, woo! Walk. Oh, delivering mail. Are you a postman too? I love mailmen. That's so funny. Um, I always treated my mailmen well. Like it would get really hot and filling. Like my mom taught me this because my mom would like bring lemonade to like um whoever the mailman was, and that's not because he was my dad. Haha, just kidding. He wasn't. Um, yeah, I did tell you about the jail. Trenton's like the worst. Oh my gosh, I do not wish anyone ever having to visit a loved one in that facility. It's like you get there early to be the first one in line, and it's still 3 hours to get in. Craziness. Um, but yeah, walking. Even I miss walking. I really do. Here, when my dog's visiting, I have like split custody with my dog now, with my ex. So when my dog's here, I walk a lot more because I walk him around. But Okay, so Mighty Healthy says North Jersey, so more seaside hikes in Belmar, Point Pleasant for me. Gotcha. I didn't go to any of the beaches in North Jersey that much. Um, but like North Jersey wise, I used to hang out in Jersey City a lot. So, um, because I had friends that once you couldn't afford to, well, they couldn't afford to live in New York City. Now I don't think you can afford to live in Jersey City either. But yeah, used to go spend a lot of time in Jersey City, and then Long Island, Long Island, I think it is, or is it LB? No, it's not LBI. Long Island, I think, is where Jones Beach Arena is. I went to some shows there. I saw Iggy and the Stooges do a reunion show with Sonic Youth opening up. It was amazing. It was like in the early 2000s. It's a good show. Okay. Woodrow says Casa Grande is pretty south. Okay. I'm not sure how developed the area is now, but that rural got to drive to get anywhere. Okay. It's a rural got to drive to get anywhere kind of place. I believe that. Um, and Woodrow says I almost got to see Baltimore. Baltimore is like the like what's the best word for it? It's like Philly kind of, but it's not. It's like the ghetto. It's like the poor man's Philly or something, but not. We're all both of the cities have poor areas. I don't know the best like way to explain it. But Baltimore, it's funny because Baltimore accents sound a lot like Delaware County accents, which is like Delaware County is just like right outside of Philly. It's like you have like Delco, Delaware County, and Montgomery County, and Delaware County is where like Silver Linings Playbook was filmed. That area
L-
is considered
Loco
Delco.
Coco. Thank you, Miss
Yes,
Lady.
yes, yes, yes.
Appreciate you.
I'm talking to your chat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very
But
much.
Baltimore, the only good thing about Baltimore, Woodrow, is John Waters, and I love his movies. But if you're not totally weird, most people think John Waters is like way too weird. But he did his more recent movies, like the not so weird ones, were like Crybaby and the Eight. No, well, recent as in like they're not recent. Sorry, Crybaby is old, but in like the late '90s, he did that movie with Edward Furlong called Pecker. Um, he did a couple other ones. That's crazy to not see like for people to not know an East Coast city because to me, like the cities that I consider real cities are Boston, but Boston was a lot nicer. It was like more of a college town. I would say Boston, New York, if you're going down the coast. Boston, New York, Philly, then Baltimore, Wilmington, not really, kind of though, but Baltimore, and then DC, and that's
Well, I'm
where I
about to
cut
say
it off.
DC. Yeah, I'm about to say
Yeah,
DC because
DC is cool. I used to go to punk shows down in DC.
I got a
Um,
Metro card right now that I still have for DC for
the
catching the
Metro.
train.
I
Because
remember
I used to
Metro.
go, we used to go out there and party all the time. I used to go to DC because it's like 3 hours away. We'll go out there and stay the weekend and party
Nice.
up in DC. Yeah. Yep.
It's funny, we used to go to New York City from Philly mainly to party because the bars were open till 4, and also
Yep.
back in the
Yep.
day you could get into bars when before a certain age.
Yeah, yes. Yes. Yep.
And I also used to go to CBGB's because that was like where all the really good punk shows were back in the day. So miss that place, even though it was a total like dirt hole, but place was dirty.
But
It
what
had a
what I
lot of
what I
history.
what I loved about DC most is what we used to do is when I was in the Air Force, they got a
Oh,
Andrews Air
you
Force
were
Base
Air
right
Force too?
now. Yeah, man, hoorah! Come on, how you not know this about? I used to work
Yeah.
on Jet.
So okay, so I live in the Air Force like big area. Like I'm right near Peterson Air Force Base, and
Yeah,
I'm right near what's the other one called that we have right near us? I can't think of it right now. But yeah, I'm in Colorado Springs. It's like totally Air Force all
yeah.
around here.
So
Nice.
they used to have Andrews Air Force Base up in DC, and but the base and then on the base they have like it was called TLF, which is temporary lodging facilities. So
Hmm.
we would all the boys we'd be like 8 deep. It'd be like two cars of dudes and two cars of girls, and we'll go and get TLF. And what TLF is, it's like apartments. It's not like a it's a temporary lodging facility. So you go in and it'd be like $25 for the weekend, man. You know what I'm
It's like a
saying? Like for real.
hostel, kind of, right?
Nah,
That's
nah.
how
It's like a
hostels work.
it's a you go to TLF, you got like an apartment. It's like a living room, kitchen, bedrooms, couple
Oh,
showers.
nice. So
It's,
it's
it's like a
almost like what an Airbnb can be now. Like if you
yeah,
get the right,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But the rates would be like $25 or fifty
that's
dollars or
amazing.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get like two. We'll get one for the dudes and then one for the girls. So it'd be like two cars of dudes and two cars of girls, and we'll drive over to DC. And we used to go to this club called Dreams. It was like a real big club where everybody, there was Lamborghinis outside. It was like a big club. It was a big deal. And the H2O. So we'll go, and what you would have to do is you would have to. My man Mark would go and pay for everything online. Pay for everything online. And you print out your ticket or whatever. Your ticket to get it. It's the first time I've been to like a real club. I'm used to in Virginia clubs was like in a strip mall or whatever. They take a
Oh
old,
God,
they
I don't
take
think I've
like a
ever
old,
been to a club like that. It's so
right.
funny.
But the first time I went to Dreams, it was like this motherfucker is huge. It's like 4 floors high. Each floor got a
Uh-huh.
different theme. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It was crazy, and all the rappers and athletes would be in there. So we'll drive, get a TLF shit. Everybody, take the shower, whatever. We go out once we go out, and then my man to hand out everybody a little joint. We get in and party our ass off. Then leave there, go to some late night diner. You know what I'm saying? Some late night diner, try to eat something, then go back to the room. It was crazy, man. We used to it won't
That's how I
it,
grew
it
up. Do you realize
yeah.
that? Like that's like funny.
That's how I grew up. That's what I'm trying to. That's how I grew up. And I remember I had came back to because I was stationed at Langley Air Force Base, which is home. You know what I'm saying? They sent me back home, and I used to tell my homeboys, not the military, though. I used to tell my homeboys like, "Yo, bro, this shit around here lame as a motherfucker. Like, for real, for real. Yeah, we having fun here, but it's popping up north. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real.
Yeah.
This shit is mad slow. It's popping up north, yo. Yeah, yo. I remember
When
them
I
days.
was in ninth grade, so we're talking like 14, 13, 14, wait, 14, 14, 15, probably in ninth grade, right? Yeah, because I drove in 10th grade. Um, when I was in ninth grade, my girlfriend and I, we would say we were spending the night at each other's houses. Our moms never checked. Um, and we would just hop on the train, one train stop into the city, and we used to go to this place called Rainbow Playground. It was all night. I don't know how they got away with it back then. And it wasn't I was never like a raver. She was like a raver girl, but it was kind of like a rave kind of club, like they played all that kind of music. But I mean, I was 14 and we would go and the club would let out at I think it was like 4 a.m. and we'd have to wait 2 hours until the train ran again to get us back to
Mm-hmm.
to where we were. So
Mm-hmm.
we'd be like wandering the streets of Philly from 4 till 6. When I think back on it, I'm like, I would kill my child if I had
Murder
to
them. Murder them. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your
So
fucking
we
mind?
used
What's
to
wrong
go
with
like
you?
make friends with like the freaking local, the bums and stuff. Like, like I don't know. We never got. We were lucky, I guess. We never. I
I
mean,
used to
that's not true. I have been mugged in my life. I have had a gun held to my head. Luckily,
yeah, I got my
that's
twice.
just stuff that
Three
happens in the
times. Well,
city.
3 times. Yeah. Yeah. Shit, it
Only
just
once
happened.
for me with the gun, but that actually happened at Love Park where we used to skateboard until Mayor John Street banned skateboarding from there, which was so dumb.
I had one to the back of my head, and then I had one straight to my forehead, and it was a revolver. I'm looking at the bullets in the chamber, but I ain't gonna tell that story. Whatever, I told that story before.
It's a
But the
scary
shit,
thing. It's a your heart drop everything kind of.
Courtney, the crazy part about it, I was at that 17 to 18 Mr. Invincible shit, and I thought that was part of life. You know what I'm saying? And but anyway, I don't even want to get into that. But
That's interesting that you say that actually, because I was more scared when I was walking home. So I had a gun when I was pulled to me when I was in Love Park. I was a teenager still too. And then when
Mm.
I moved back to Philly after living in Boston, I was in my 20s, and where I bartended was like, it was like 4 blocks from where I lived. And I just remember this one night, I could just tell these two guys on the corner, they were going to be trouble. But, I didn't
Right.
want to cross the street and make it
The
seem like I was
spider
afraid,
system
because you
take
just got to
the
walk
spider
and
system.
do the,
Yep. Yep.
you know.
Yep.
And
Yep.
but I remember, like, so I'm going to walk by them, and all of a sudden I take a step and I couldn't walk. And so the one guy had taken the bottom of, I was wearing like a leather jacket, like a kind of fitted leather jacket, and they had grabbed the bottom of my jacket. That's the most scared I've ever been. I was way more scared then. And I didn't get hurt or anything. I just emptied. I was smart back then. I used to put like my tip money in like different areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
would, because I would have a lot of cash on me coming
Both.
from there.
Both.
So I'd have like some in my shoe, some in like my pants, some in my purse. And I just handed them my purse. I
Both
had my
times
credit
I
card, my ID, and keys like in my pocket.
both times I got, I knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? The first time I got, I'm standing at the end of my street on the corner with all the fellas, whatever. Dude come through was like, yo, where the weed at? I was like, man, I don't know you, man. Get the fuck. It was an unfamiliar car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Don't know. He's like, yo, where the weed at? Fuck out of here, whatever. He drives off. I tell the boys like, y'all know that was stick up, right? They drive around the block, come back, boom,
Yeah.
got me. Everybody get on the ground. They got to get on the back of my head. Get out. They took my pager. This is back. That's how long
I
ago it
had a
was. They took my
beeper. I call
pager.
him beeper,
Yeah,
but
beeper.
I had a
Yeah, they,
beeper.
they took my beeper. Yeah, they took my beeper and shit. The second time I was walking from my girlfriend's house, it was about 80 motherfuckers in the Yugo. You know what I'm saying? Like clowns in that motherfucker. And I seen them when they rolled past, and I was like, boy, that stick up. Because it was too many motherfuckers in this little teeny ass car. I watched them bust a Yui. I refused to run. I ain't running. You know, that Thundercat, the young Thundercat shit. They got me. That's that. But what I was saying is, even after the partying and shit with my boys, I would go to DC with my significant other at times, and we would go and just I get like one time we were supposed to go there and see Chrisette Michelle, to go catch her show or whatever. And the thing I liked about DC was, and my man had a birthday party up there at the strip club. I can't remember the name of it. It was a big time deal strip club or whatever. But the thing I like about DC is you can park your car at the hotel once you get there, check in, or whatever. And because the traffic is horrible. Traffic is
Yeah,
horrible.
it's every
But
city. Philly, New York, I mean, they're
yeah,
all horrible.
the traffic is hard, but you can catch the fucking train. So I was going up there so much that I knew how to catch the train. You know what I'm saying? I knew how to, the
Hmm.
stops or whatever. And me and her knew how to catch stop. And I always thought that was dope. Like, shit, you really don't need a car. You can get around on the metro. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
yep,
And
yep,
also, you
yep,
can get up and down the East Coast. You could get on Amtrak. You could get to any other
yep.
city too.
Amtrak, yep, yep. I
Hmm.
never, I never took Amtrak. My daughter used to do when she was going to shit. Radford. She went to Radford, Radford University. So she would catch the
What city?
train
What?
back and forth. Yeah.
Where's that at? What city?
I think it's Northern Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Rad-
gotcha.
Radford University.
Yeah, I
She's
used
going
to
to
take it
Radford.
from like Boston to Philly, but we always took it from Philly to New York all the time. My mom would do it with the kids, like just to go. I don't know, like during Christmas time, look at the lights, or stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I know. And it's we lived a lot more carefree than we do now. Now I'm damn near. I ain't saying I'm shook, but I'm like, yo, I just try to mind my business,
Oh,
do what I
I'm
got to
a
do, and go
chicken
to the
now.
crib.
I'm a chicken now. I see myself as an old lady that's going to get their
Yeah,
purse stolen. I'm not even kidding. And the
yeah.
shit that I used to do,
I ain't with none of that
I had
rah
no
rah
fear
shit no
before.
more, man. Yeah, before I had no fears. Like it was just, it is. I was talking to a female friend of mine, and she kind of grew up, you know, nice. And I would tell her, like, yeah, man, I've been shot at a couple times, whatever. She was like, teacher, you don't think these things traumatize you? And she couldn't understand. I was like, nah, that was just,
No, because it's what
it was
you
part of
just.
life. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
I
It
like
was,
my mom lived in a very. She lived right outside of Philly, but it was the well known area. It was Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant and I are the same graduating class. So it's like
mm,
it's like the suburb where all the sports stars lived and stuff like that. But it's so close to Philly. You're literally right over, like right across City Avenue, but it's considered very well off. So it's funny because I went to school with people that like we were not as well off, but people that had like Porsches on their 16th birthday, like ridiculous. But then my dad lived on Mole Street in Philly, where literally across the street were abandoned houses that were crack houses. You know what I mean? So like
Right,
I saw both of
right,
them, you know. But I always grew up.
right.
I always preferred being in the city. I spent all the weekends in the city. But I want to just
Mm,
address the chat for 1 second because
okay, go ahead. What do you
it's
think?
interesting. So Woodrow says, I'm a straight desert rat, used to flatlands and mountains. To be honest, cities kind of intimidate me and it's completely different culture. Like I feel like I move too slow or something. And that's so funny because in Philly, you probably do move too slow because I remember being behind people and move too slow. We walk really fast. So that's actually really funny that you say that. Like you feel like you're in the way or something. You said in another comment there. And I'm the opposite. I feel more afraid out here. Colorado Springs is like, if you go any further south, it's pretty desert and mountains. Like you have like Canyon City and Pueblo and stuff like that, and then New Mexico. Um, I get more scared here. Like when I first, especially when I first moved to the mountains, there was no noise outside ever. It was like dead quiet, and that freaked me out because I'm used to noise. Like you, sirens, anything, you know, just it's life going on
Yep.
around you. So you know there's always people there. Um, and then after living in that town for so long, it's so funny. You would hear like one siren and you'd be like, "What's happening?" You know, like something's going on.
What's going on? Yeah, what's going
You
on?
turn into like that type of thing. But I'm also more afraid of all the animals out here. Like put me
Yes,
in the ghetto of a city
I don't fuck with
any
wildlife.
day. Yeah, but
I don't
you
fuck with
put me in like,
wildlife.
dude, TJ, when I lived in this little town. It's a ski area, so it was like kind of a tourist town, but it's up in the like north west corner of Colorado called Steamboat Springs. No shit, the bears would break into people's houses. They would open people's doors and go in their houses and into their
Man,
fridges.
fuck
They would
that,
break into
bro.
people's cars. They were everywhere. Moose, which are like really nasty animals, like they're mean. They used to like
That's-
torment cars. They charge at
People,
cars and stuff. Like I
people
was
don't realize how
terrified.
big. People don't realize how big a fucking moose is. Listen, my
Oh,
sister was in Alaska.
they're
A
gigantic.
moose ain't like a cow. Mooses are huge, and
They're like 12 feet tall. Like they're like freaking.
and a bull moose during mating season is
Oh yeah, you don't go
like
near
you don't
you don't go near.
you what happened? She dropped off. But yeah, a bull moose during mating season. The motherfuckers, a moose, yo, they're not they're huge, like huge, huge, man. My sister was in Alaska. She's telling me about it, how the mooses walk up to her front yard and shit. Yeah, man. And the kids sitting there thinking it's all cute. And she was like, yeah, no. Yeah, man. Um, it's wild. Like I like to fish. I'm a saltwater guy because I'm on the East Coast. I don't do freshwater. The reason why I don't do freshwater, I do freshwater if it ain't no trees around. If it's trees around, I don't do freshwater because of snakes, water moccasins. I don't play with snakes, bro. Like if you want to talk about something I'm scared of, I don't like snakes. Um, ain't too much respect. I don't do fucking snakes, man. I don't like wild dogs, cats, all that shit. That's cool, man. But yeah. But the meanwhile is you could throw me in a fucking hood, and I'm talking about a ghetto, like a hood, and I'm okay. Not that I'm like, oh, I'm good in the hood. Not like that, but I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I know the rules. You know what I'm saying? I know the rules or whatever. Nature, not so much. Oh shit, my bad, baby.
Yeah, I
You
don't know what happened. It just
good?
kicked me to the back room. I have no clue. Um, no biggie though. Can you hear
Um,
me?
yeah, yeah, you good?
Okay.
You good?
Sometimes when I get like kicked like that, you can't hear me. That's why I keep asking that. Um, I like how Woodrow keeps saying we meander out here like cattle. I love it.
Uh, yo, this when I was having this conversation with this girl, she was like, you know what? When I was saying that out loud, I could understand where she was coming from. 'Cause I was like, yo, man, I used to go to weed spots and motherfuckers used to throw a gun to your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, what up? Blah, 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 whatever. And she was like trying to convince me, like, TJ, you don't think you're traumatized by all of this shit? You saying you've been shot at and your friends and this, and that. And I was like, no, that's always
No, it
been,
makes you learn how to act. It makes
yeah, it's
you,
been a part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, it's a learning experience when you're
I'm
in a city.
yeah. I'm more worried about going somewhere and I don't see that shit and I'm surrounded by, I'm not being racist. Don't forget me. But a bunch of motherfuckers in suits and ties and whatever, or
Oh,
I'm
when I
more
first moved
nervous
to
in that
Steamboat,
environment.
you would have been afraid
What's
in
that?
that town because there seriously, when I first moved there, I remember like you'd see like one black person and people would be like, "What? Like, what are they doing?" Like, and I'm like, "Are you fucking for real?" Like, you know what I mean? It would be like, it was really no one was. It wasn't necessarily racism. It was just they didn't know. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Um, Now it's a lot different. But when I
I
first,
used to go
yeah,
down to
when I first
I
moved
go
there,
down to Atlanta a lot. A lot of my friends live down in Atlanta. You know,
I have friends there. I've
I go down,
never been there. I want to go there.
I go I go down to Atlanta a lot. And first time I went down there, my mind was blown. I was like, oh my God, this is Black Hollywood. And
Yeah.
now now Atlanta has turned into shit over the years. You know what I'm saying? But back when we used to go before everybody was going. Um, it blew my mind because it was like Black Hollywood. You would see all the black people riding around in luxury cars or whatever. Then you go to McDonald's and it'd be like a white person working there or whatever. I'm not saying this. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just telling you this is
No,
what I.
it's just
eh,
how society is, and
Yeah,
that seems
it just
odd to like, you know what I mean, to like what a lot of people have seen. It's not.
right,
That's not.
right. So I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, I used to call it Black Hollywood or whatever. So you go down and had a good time. Everybody's cool, and the women. And one thing about Atlanta was the women was getting it. Like dudes was getting it. Like getting money and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah.
I don't know, Delta's a hub or whatever, and all it's the hub of Delta and all of that stuff. So I remember down there one time and they had threw like a 70s party at the Atlanta Braves Stadium and shit. And everybody outside grilling and whatever.
That sounds
But
fun.
and like some girls rolled up like in a 745, like a Beamer. You know what I'm saying? It's some chicks, a car full of chicks rolled up in a Beamer 745 and started spitting game at us like we the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like we the girls and shit. And I wasn't used to that. So I'm sitting in my bed like, yo, of course I was cool with it, whatever. But I was like, bro, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls will run up on you. Cause most of the guys down there, not most of the guys, but a lot of guys down there on that other shit, and the women are down there getting money. So I was standing at the Western. I was standing at the Western. And because my man hooked me up, I was paying $100 a night. My man blessed me. I don't know how he did it. My man used to fly around with Obama. He was a chef. He cross trained for. He was a jet engine mechanic, and he cross trained out of that to I guess whatever the fuck he was. He ended up on fucking Air Force One, flying around with
Nice. Nice.
Obama and them. So he had perks and shit. So when I went down there, the room I was trying to get, I think they overbooked it or whatever. So I called him and he was like, yo, I got you. I straight you out. So he hooked me up. So I'm staying at the Western for like a yard a night, which is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Ridiculous. So
yeah.
um
Those types of perks are great. I worked for one of the financial companies that I worked for. They had a lot of offices in New York City. So when we went up there, we could get these hotels, but also we could get the hotel rates anytime we wanted. So we got to go up in New York City and stay at, which was the equivalent to like the it's either the Ritz Carlton or the Four Seasons, I believe.
good night.
But it was called the Pierre, and it was right on Central Park. And those rooms for a tiny little room would be like $800 a night minimum. We used to get them for 150 a night. So like, Pete, like Pete from Creepy Little Book, he
That's
came up there with a couple of us one
yep,
time. We went to go to a
yep.
show at CBGB's and we stayed at the Pierre because it was cheap
And
with
I know
like,
I'm telling yo, I remember I called him and shit, and it's a funny story because the girl I was going with, we had booked the flight, but then the goddamn flight we was bootlegging it and booked it on this flight that it was a big national thing. Find out the goddamn air joint only had 2 planes, and it got hit by one of the shits on the runway. So we get an email like 4 or 5 in the morning, like, yo, your plane been canceled. We ended up having to go rent a car. Rent a car, drive all the way there, travel whatever, get there, then the road shit. But man, ended up blessed me. And it was like either $79 or $100 a night. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. At the west of this shit. So this is my very first time. Was it my first time? No, it wasn't my first time. It wasn't my first time. But it was because my man Gerald put me on that shit. But anyway, it was the first time I'm with her. So look, she's looking at me. Old girl looking at me like, damn, this dude got connects. I'm going. I'm going to him to, I'm riding him to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He paying for everything. The plane got hit by the fucking truck. It's all on the
Hi,
news. Like,
Chico.
don't worry about it. He don't worry about it. We rent a car. We drive down there. Whatever. His homeboy put him up in the west and the shit. We getting a joint, and you're in a nice spot where they tell you how much the bed and the pillows and all this costs, just in case you want to buy the shit when you leave. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a book on a nightstand and be like, by the way, the bed and the mattress and the pillows and all these things. If you wanna, because I remember we late. I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm laying on a cloud. Anyway, all right, so we go down
nice
there.
hotels have it's ridiculous. Their
It's
beds and
ridiculous.
stuff. And the
It's
linens. Oh
ridiculous.
my god, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, you on the cloud and shit. You know what I'm saying? So she's looking at me like I'm King Dingley. You know what I'm saying? And I'm damn sure playing it up too. Like, yeah, girl, come on, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? And we go and whatever. And Outcast, Courtney. Oh my god. We get down there. Outcast hasn't performed together in probably 10 years up until this moment.
You got to see Outcast?
No, listen to me. I got so mad. Me and her getting an argument about this shit. I'm trying to think. We didn't go down there for what? Did we go down there for a wedding? I can't remember. No, we went down there for a concert. We went to go see Tony.
Yes.
Raphael Sadiq. Raphael Sadiq, Teddy Riley, and it was an 80s show, and all the boys got together and was like, we're gonna take our girls out, to this show. This R&B show from back in the day. It was outside. It was fly as a bitch. So all my homeboys came from out of town. We all went down to Atlanta to take our women out to this show. You know what I'm saying? So that was one day, but we was down there like from Thursday to Friday. So I was like, let's go to the Georgia Aquarium, whatever. So we go into the Georgia Aquarium. Right by the Georgia Aquarium they're holding some huge ass concert, and Outkast is performing together, which they haven't done in 10 years.
I would kill to see Outkast. I love Outkast.
As we're walking to the aquarium, everybody's walking the other way to the show. So I'm like, yo, look, we're walking the wrong way, girl. And listen, the whole time you can hear the shit because it's outside. You can hear motherfucking Luke was performing. Bip, 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 bip. You can hear the crowd, all that shit. Everybody went off and everybody walking. So I'm like, girl, we walking the wrong way. I don't want to go over there and see them. It's Outkast performing, man. We're going to miss something. And she was just, I don't want to do that. I want to go to the aquarium.
I would have kicked you.
Let's go to the fucking aquarium. And I'm sitting there, you can actually hear Luke Campbell pump it. And I'm just saying, like, yo, what? We're going the wrong way. Like, we're going the wrong way.
I've seen a lot of concerts in my life. And that's I have never seen Outkast. I even have my Outkast like little Funko Pops over here. I've got Big Boy and Andre.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and I got Biggie Smalls and I got Ice Cube.
Courtney, if you could have, I'm sitting here walking with her. Everybody else, because everybody went parking and everything. Everybody else is walking the other way. We're walking this way, and you can hear it. You can hear the shit, and I'm just like, I'm sitting like, Kim, why the fuck are we, Kim? We're going the wrong way, Kim. Fuck this fucking aquarium. Let's go here, man. We got a chance to see some shit we ain't never seen before, man. It's Outkast, yo. Come on. I don't really want to do all that. I ain't with all that stuff. I just want to go and see the fucking dolphins and shit. You make me sick. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Ah, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I got excited for a second when
Oh, no, you good. You
I did
good.
see
You
your
good.
John Waters thing, Woodrow, where you said John Waters is a funny guy. Um, I have a John Waters Funko Pop too. I don't know why. We were just talking about Funkos, and I just saw John Waters. Um, you know who I never got to see these guys, but I worked in this like I went to Berkeley College of Music, so the where Berkeley is in Boston, you have like the
Hmm.
Berkeley Performance Center, and it's also a big musical city. Um, like
Hmm.
a lot of bands come through and stuff. But I worked at this little coffee shop. Well, do you remember Obon Pan? Obon Pain is how it was spelled, but it was like a French kind of like,
Never even, never even heard
I
of
don't
him.
know. They
I have
used to have
no
them
clue what's wrong.
in like the airports and like train stations and stuff. Well, I worked um in one of them. I was like the barista, the coffee person in there. But we were connected to the Tower Records, which became a Virgin Records afterwards. But it was this big, like it was a big deal in Boston because they would have performances in there all the time. And our little coffee shop, like you could go the back way to get through to they had little back hallways or whatever. Um, and you could get to the Tower Records that way. So we would get performers or people that were just going there to like sign autographs, maybe like release a new CD, whatever. Um, and one day, Redman and Gangstar came in through the back door.
No, no.
So,
Ew.
I was nobody knew who
Gordon,
they
this is
were.
why I fuck with you. I fuck with you heavy, yo. I'm sorry.
And
Go ahead. I'm
well, at
sorry.
first I didn't even like. I
Who
knew
the
they
fuck?
came in the back
How
door, but
many?
I was thinking
Can you
like, "There's
pause
no
for a
way."
second? Can you pause? This is the reason why I keep telling y'all Courtney is like, she just said Redman and Gangstar. Do you
I
understand?
was,
Do you
I was like,
understand?
I was what
Go, I'm
it
sorry.
was
I'm sorry.
1998 when I worked there, so I was like, I was 19 or 20 maybe. It was that year, that school year that I worked there. Yeah, we used to get all sorts of people. Um, we used to see like because I worked there, and then I worked at the ice cream store that was right around the corner, and then I worked at a rock shop, like a punk rock clothing store, and people
Mhm.
would come in there all the time. Like if a band was playing, they'd come in there, and we got a lot of free tickets if you worked there. Like, you know, Iggy Pop played, and we got free tickets and Iggy Pop's like one of my biggest crushes. Don't make fun of me, but
Mhm.
but yeah, we saw all sorts of people. Like the Baldwin brothers were from Boston. They'd always be walking down Newbury Street, which is where that was. Steven Tyler with his little girl at the time, but it wasn't Liv Tyler. He had like a younger daughter. Now she's an adult because we're talking like over 20 something years ago. But we see them. We did a thing where we had these. This is actually funny. I don't know why anyone would want to buy a ring with Ron Jeremy's face on it, but we had this
Yeah.
weird this weird like it was almost like costume jewelry, but we sold it at
The
the store, and
greatest.
Ron Jeremy
The,
came in
the greatest.
for
No,
yeah to like
no,
do the like
no.
opening thing. Yeah, Ron Jeremy rings. That dude is short, by the way, very
And look,
short.
he's the greatest. Yo, Ron Jeremy is the greatest. You got to be old to understand what we're talking about. I'm not going to go into detail because my daughters be listening. Ron Jeremy is the greatest that ever
He's
did it.
so
No, for real, for
ugly
real.
too.
The greatest that ever did it. I don't give a fuck. The
Um,
greatest that ever did it, yo.
and speaking of weird stuff like that, I had an experience in Vegas where I was very inebriated. So all of a sudden, it was my ex and I, like another boyfriend from before I was married. We were in Vegas. We were at the Double Down Saloon, which was like this dingy punk rock bar.
Mhm.
And I don't know how, because I can't remember the gap of how we got from there to where we were, but we ended up in a convertible Porsche with Bridget
I
the
think you told
Midget.
me this before. You
Yeah,
told me this
Bridget the
before.
Midget
You
and a
told me
kid
this
from the
story
Blue
before.
Man Group who
You
had
told
like
me this
half of his
story.
makeup on. Like he never even washed his makeup off. And we were just partying
Courtney,
with them. And I was like, how did we fucking get
this, Courtney, this is one of those. What's that movie called? Um,
here?
God damn it! When they go to Vegas, Mike Tyson was in the second one with the tiger and shit. What was it
Oh,
called?
Hangover?
Hangover. That story is
It's
the.
so out of your something like that.
It's just like the Hangover. Like yo,
I have a
I'm in
lot of
Vegas.
really weird stories like that. I've ended up in some, I don't even know how, but like,
Yeah, like
It's
what the
because
fuck is going on?
I'm one of those people like when you talked about the Outcast show, I would have disappeared. Like I would have already been dancing and like headed towards the show.
Oh
Like that's
man, Courtney,
my
yo,
mom's
I'm
the
so
same way. My mom was always the
Courtney,
same way.
you don't understand, man. See, look, we had a bad night that night because we went, and, I played it off while we was in the aquarium and everything was cool. But we got something to eat, and we went back to the room, and I had a fucking attitude because what's wrong with you? Like, yo, man, do you know what the fuck we just missed? Do you know what we just missed? And you want to sit here in your homely dress and all this and that? We just missed some shit. It's some shit, man. I don't want to be out there, them young girls out there twerking and shit. Anybody think about them? And we was there. We went to a show. Anyway, it was cool. Courtney,
See,
my
I have a
damn
way of
phone's
convincing people. Like I probably could have been like, here's the deal. We're gonna go see this because you're gonna thank me after, and we'll go to the
yes.
aquarium also. You know, and then if we don't make it to the
Tomorrow.
aquarium, they'd be so excited because they would have had fun because I would have made them have
Now,
fun.
mind you, with the aquarium, she's never been. I've been there before with another friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to go down to Atlanta a lot because my friends there. So I've been there before. So I'm like, there's a side of me that's like, yeah, it's dope, but fuck dope. Don't you hear Uncle Luke? You gotta understand, as we're walking, you can hear the crowd and you can
Some
hear
people like
Luke Campbell. Pop it, drop it, and I'm like, yo, Kim, we're walking the wrong way, baby. We're walking the wrong way. We need to be going with them. We're the only ones walking this way. Ugh. But I got mad about that one, bro. I
oh,
was hot
Luthor
about that
just said Redman is one of his heroes. It's so funny because I was like a punk rocker, but I always was into. I always liked. I don't know. I was always into hip hop, rap, all that stuff. Like I was the girl. There's a reason why I remember
one.
every
Man,
lyric to every like rap song from the '80s because I memorized them all in the '80s.
you just said you know who Gangstar is. Now I give you Redman because Redman was kind of, he was a little commercial. Not he wasn't commercial. I'm not saying anything about Reggie Noble, but I'm saying he was him and Met the Man and they did the movie How High and all that stuff. So it's not uncommon to know who Redman is. You got to know about hip hop if you're gonna bring up Gangstar. And when you said
Well,
Gangstar, I was like,
I grew up around music, and also like where I lived, um, like my one buddy that I went to high school with, his parents were the ones that really like started it all, but he followed in their footsteps. Like he's a record producer now, Khalif Gamble. His parents were used to have a record label with like Teddy Pendergrass. Like all those people were from our area, Boys to Men, like
mm,
all that stuff. So
mm,
I knew a lot of like, and my mom, it's really
turn
funny.
off
My
the
mom used to
lights,
say, she used to describe it as, she said, people would make
then
fun of me
light a
because I was into,
candle.
my mom used to say,
Dun,
people
dun,
would make
dun,
fun of me when I was
dun.
growing up because I was into the black music. That's what they used to say, tell her
Ah.
because she was into the, she liked all the Motown. She liked all, the soul. She liked all that stuff. And then in the '80s, she was an aerobics teacher, and we would
Okay,
every Saturday we would go to Sam Goody and we'd buy the new single 45s, like whatever was the hot, new stuff, and we'd make mixtapes for her
okay.
routines. An
You never
aerobics
see
teacher
some
was actually
surprise.
a big thing in the '80s. They made money.
I
Like,
know Jane Fonda. I remember Jane. Remember Jane Fonda?
oh
She used
God,
to be on
Jane
TV.
Fonda.
I
My
know
mom used to
exactly what
dress
you're talking
just
about.
like that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Um, like they would wear the my mom would. I have so many pictures of her too. Yeah, she had this company. It was called Betsy's Better Bodies, and it was like she had this like flyer. It wasn't even like a real deal like poster. It was like a flyer with like a silhouette with her like with the. It's the funniest thing. Her
Then
like unitard.
Richard Simmons got his shit off on aerobics, right? Won't Richard
Yeah,
Simmons the dude that?
yeah. He did
Yeah.
sweating to the oldies. Remember those?
Sweat to the oldies. God damn it, Courtney.
My friend's
Sweat to
mom
the
used to do those tapes, so we used to dance to them with her mom, like sweat to the oldies when we were kids.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I just saw a lot of that. And then I don't know. Yeah, so I
And
got
look, and look, and
stories. I
look.
always tell people like when I start doing stuff on
My
my
shit,
channel again,
my
I want
shit
to
is
try and
about
get
yo,
some
my shit
people
is
on.
about to die. Courtney,
Yeah,
my
I
phone.
actually have to go pick up my I didn't realize it was 12:30 here.
Hey, look,
I
I'm
got to go pick
gonna
up.
I'm gonna hit you up, or you hit me up, or whatever, and I'll probably try to stream again later. I got to charge this joint up, but man, thank you so much, man. I've really
I like
enjoyed.
our talks. I feel bad that we ignored the chat a little bit, but I was trying to at least include them a little bit. And I was reading, so I'm interested in what you guys were saying.
Yeah, well, if you ain't doing that later, I ain't doing shit later. We, let's do it again.
What is today? Thursday?
Thursday. Yo,
I
Thursday.
don't believe I have a stream tonight. I'm on so many.
Okay.
That's I need to stream on my channel one of these days.
Okay.
I
Well,
haven't
how
streamed in
about how about
forever,
well,
but I
how
keep
about you
getting
five?
new subs
Well,
because I'm all
well,
over the place, and I feel like I'm letting
well.
people down.
How about you, D? How about you shoot me a joint? Let me know when you gonna fire up yours, and I'll hop on your shit.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
If I do, I always start with me and Ashley because that's how we do it. Because that's from the old late night drawings. But then people can come on. But Ash and I
Okay.
always start it, just so you know, so you don't get
Yeah,
I'm
get
not
my
trying to
feelings
hurt your
hurt.
feelings.
Get my feelings. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. Hey,
All right.
hell,
Well,
everything,
peace
man.
out to
All right.
everyone in the chat too, and thanks for having me, TJ. I enjoyed it.
Yes,
I
man.
always like
Thank you
catching
for
up with
coming
you.
through. Thank you for coming through. Anytime and
Of course.
always.
If I have the time, I always will. You know that. Sometimes I just don't have the time. Oh, Henry's run, and we're getting ready to go. Um,
Yep,
but hi, and okay, peace out, all. Bye, meow. Bye,
yep,
Woodred.
yep,
Bye, Shifter.
yep,
Fake Amit.
yep.
Whoever else I'm missing. I'm sorry if I am. But yeah,
Hey,
I gotta
hey,
run because
say
they're going on lunch break soon at
oh,
the pharmacy, and I have to get my meds.
real, real quick. Say what your channel is before you slide.
Oh, my channel. I'll put it. I'm not a mod on your channel, am I? It's
Yeah,
really
you
easy
are.
to
I
find. If
modded
you
you.
just put in the
I
at
modded you.
sign.
I modded you.
Okay, I'll just put it in the chat then. I'm gonna do that really
Okay,
quick before you end. Hold on one sec.
okay.
Give
I
me.
went
We
out of
can
my
keep
way to
talking.
modded you.
All right. Let
Yeah,
me
man.
just see really quickly. There we
Turn
go.
off the lights.
So, where is like that?
Bam, 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 bam.
Copy. It takes me forever because I'm on my phone, so I'm like going back and forth with.
Yeah,
Now I have to
man.
get to the
Teddy P.
YouTube side of the chat. Hold on.
How that shit go with him and Hell Melva? Oh, I miss you, miss you, miss you, miss you. I miss you, baby. Oh,
You're so
I
funny.
miss you, miss you, miss you, miss you.
I thought you were at
Da,
first. I thought
da,
you were saying
da,
all
da.
by my because of the all by.
Yo,
That's
there she
funny.
go in the chat. Check her out. Check her out.
So you
What
guys
up?
can all find me that tag at the end, like it's Courtney 218 with not without an apostrophe. That's my tag on Twitter, Instagram, all over. So you can find me there. I have a short on my channel that I'm really trying to push and get more views on because I don't have many views on anything on my shorts, but it's one of me on stage singing. So if you find that one, please leave a comment if you even go over there. All right. Thanks.
All
See
right.
you
Take
all
it easy.
later.
The Lord is good. Peace.
All right. Peace out, yo.